Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. In today's recipe, I'm going to show you how to make an orange rasam, and I'm going to be making with some fresh oranges. I'm going to be squeezing the fresh orange juice using my citrus maker, and essentially this is an automatic machine which just runs. You just place the oranges there and the juices will collect here, and then your orange juice is ready. And everything else after this is going to be in a single pot. I have a lot of ingredients that I've prepped and kept, and I will take you through each one of them one by one. So let's just dive right in and start cooking. Okay, now to make my orange rasam, the first thing is to squeeze the oranges. And I have these oranges here. You can use any type of oranges that are fresh in your market, which has a little bit of sweetness and sourness, because that's what citrus fruit is all about. So now that I have the citrus juice over here as an attachment, so I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to put it inside, make it fit it in, and turn it on and then make the juice. That's it, my orange juice is ready, and it took, I think, just about a minute to squeeze all of these oranges, and that's how wonderful this citrus juice is, because it just makes the juice just like that. It's got a powerful motor, and then it spins in the right direction and squeezes out all the juice, and some of the pulp also which you want, which is over here, you can actually take it out and then put it in if you want to use the pulp. Notice how the orange, all the pulp and all the juice is out, and it's completely dry and it's completely clean, so you really don't have to worry about any wastage. Okay, so it's all in there. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make the rasam. So now I'm going to add in a tablespoon of ghee into my saucepan, and I'm going to crackle the mustard seeds and the cumin seeds and the curry leaves. And once I do that, I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. So first is allow the ghee to melt, and I'll add the ingredients one by one. I'm going to add in the mustard seeds, some cumin seeds. I'm going to crush some garlic. I'm going to use my knife and just crush it. Just press it down like that. So I like to add whole garlic to the rasam because that adds great flavors. And then I'm going to add in some curry leaves. Give it a stir. Allow the curry leaves and the garlic and the seeds to crackle, and the curry leaves to, you'll start smelling the flavors coming through. At that stage, we'll add the remaining ingredients and be on our way to making a delicious orange rasam. I'm going to turn the heat to extreme low, and I'm going to add the spice powders, which is the rasam powder, which is fresh. First is the hing or the asafoetida peringayam, right? And some coriander powder, cumin powder. I like to add a little extra of the cumin powder because it adds to taste. Then the red chili powder. If you want it spicy, you can add some green chilies as well, and some ginger, and it tastes delicious with the orange rasam. But I'm just going to keep it simple today. A pinch of black pepper, and we are good right now. Just going to lightly give it a stir so it just combines with the oil. Ensure that you keep your heat on very low because you don't want all these to burn. You just want the smell of the spices, condiments coming through. At this stage, you have some freshly pureed tomatoes. It's not cooked tomatoes. I chopped up the tomatoes and then pureed it in my mixer grinder, and I have some fresh puree over here. I'm going to add that in, and you just notice me making some fresh orange juice. I'm going to add that in, and I need to add just one more ingredient, and that's the turmeric powder now, and salt and a little bit of sugar to beat that little tartness. Okay, and in the end we'll squeeze in a little bit of lemon juice after tasting, because if your orange juice is already sour, then you don't want to add any more lemon juice. Okay, so I'm going to give this rasam a brisk boil. And as you keep boiling, you need to boil it for at least 4 to 5 minutes. And then when you start seeing frothing coming on the top, that's when you know the rasam is ready. And ensure that the tomato puree is cooked as well. You can adjust the consistency of the rasam by adding some water if required, because the juice itself was quite watery. But I will just check as I keep boiling, and then add as whatever required as and when needed. Notice the rasam has got a nice froth on the top. This particular thing that you see there is the froth, and once that collects on the top, you know that the rasam is boiled to a good consistency. And give it a taste. The rawness from the tomato should have gone away, and I'm just going to give it a taste to see if it requires any other ingredients like maybe chili powder, salt, or even a lemon juice. Okay, I think it's just perfect. The orange juice has added brilliant flavors to it. You'll be surprised that I actually did not add tur dal to this. You typically add some dal to the rasam, but this particular rasam, I'm not going to add a dal. It's optional. You can add some, couple of tablespoons or 3 tablespoons of cooked tur dal to it if you wish. But what I love to do at home is to actually keep the rasam and then keep the tur dal separate, have some hot rice and put some tur dal over the hot rice and add some ghee and then top it over the rasam. So essentially it's prasadam they call it, and then add rasam on top of it, and that's how we serve it at home. So this is one last thing that I'm going to do is to quickly chop up some coriander and then add it to the rasam, and then we'll be done to serve it along with some hot rice. Love to add lots of coriander because coriander adds a lot of flavor to the rasam. I'm just going to give it a stir, and our rasam is now ready to be served. So I hope you enjoyed watching this recipe of how to make this spicy and tangy orange rasam, and it's extremely simple. I told you that you can serve it along with some prasadam, which is essentially dal rice, and top the rasam over it and also add some ghee, or you can serve them in these little tiny tea glasses. They look so beautiful and it makes a perfect appetizer or even a digestive after your meal. So do give this recipe a try. When you do, don't forget to share your feedback in the comments below, because I'll always be looking to hear back from you. So until then, until next time, happy cooking and healthy eating.